Hey guys, it's AC and welcome to my house. Today I'm going to teach you how to use House.F.I.R.E. to buy a new car. This is my thought process on how to buy anything, honestly, and you can apply this to any purchase in your life, especially one that has monthly payments. But specifically, I'm going to go out and buy a new car. I'm going to assume a couple things: that you know nothing about cars, just like I know nothing about cars. It's never been a passion of mine. And two, that the car you do have is maybe worth $5,000. So you have a $5,000 trade-in value, but you want to buy the best new sedan under $40,000. So how would we do that using the techniques within House.F.I.R.E.? Well, I'll show you. Let's jump right in. First thing I do is I Google best cars under $40,000 2021 because I don't even know what is considered a good car. I see here on the list a bunch of cars that I don't even know what they look like, but I do know what the Tesla Model 3 looks like. So let's assume we are going to buy for under $40,000 a 2021 Tesla Model 3. So if you don't know what a Tesla Model 3 looks like, here's your standard cheapest option on their website. Pretty sweet, fully electric car. They have a payment plan already sort of made for you as you build your car here. This is just your standard defaults. Comes in about $38,490. Because it's fully electric, they do the math on sort of what gas costs and what electric is. So by purchasing this, you're saving roughly an extra $4,000 over the 6 years. Which also makes it a benefit to buying an electric car like a Tesla. So price after savings, $34,000. There's some extra fees, $5,000 down payment. That would be my trade-in of my $5,000 car. 72 months, 2.49 APR. This is what it defaulted to. I assume that's a loan Tesla is willing to give me if I have great credit, and I will trust that their calculator is what they'll hold up to. That being said, $519 a month if we don't take in the gas savings, but $459 a month if we do. So roughly, if I wanted to buy this new car and trade in my current car that has a $5,000 value, I'm looking at roughly $459 a month because, I don't need to pay gas anymore. So with that, I'm going to say, well, I need to go buy a house that pays me $459 a month so that I can go buy my new Model 3 Tesla. So here's my spreadsheet, bill to kill. I put $459 for my new $40,000 car monthly payment. This could be any car. It doesn't have to be a Tesla. Obviously, you can go buy a used car for cheaper. This is just an illustration. If I wanted to go buy a $40,000 car, what I would do instead of going to buy it in all cash or possibly just going to the dealership and getting a new lease. So I have to go find a house now that will cover this monthly payment. So I just did a quick search on the MLS. It's a very hot market right now, and usually things fly off the shelves. I found this duplex here for $145,000. They're each side's 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and there's tenants in place. So we know what the market rents are right now. So if we buy it on day one, the tenants are going to stay with the home. One is getting $825 a month. One is getting $700 a month. This could mean, one's maybe renovated better than the other, or maybe one's bigger than the other. I don't know anything about the city of F.I.R.E, Georgia. I don't even know where it is. But this is what I assume rental rates are going for in this market. Maybe they're under market rent. Maybe I could bump them up. But I'm buying this at face value right now at $145,000 purchase price. Things are crazy. Things are flying off the shelves. I see that this has been on the market 7 days. That could mean a couple things, that maybe it's overpriced, but more likely just no one's been able to get inside because there's tenants, and usually that takes some time to arrange those showings. So let's assume we're going to buy this property for $145,000, their asking price. And maybe we're able to negotiate some repairs or maybe some of the closing costs to cover a cost of getting a mortgage, which will be about $5,000. If not, we're going to have to budget an extra $5,000. But we can probably negotiate $5,000 somewhere within this deal would be my hope. Or alternatively, we bump up the rents come rent renewal, or we update some of the units to kind of bump the rents up. There's different ways we can kind of maximize this investment, but for now, let's assume it's a $145,000 purchase price. So $145,000. And a bank's going to want us to put 20 to 25% down. I'm going to assume in this situation, this loan, we're going to put $25,000. And look it's $36,250, which is the cost of a brand new Tesla. So if I did have this money in cash, I could go buy a Tesla in all cash and be debt free, or I could go buy a house for the exact same amount of money. But let's see if this makes sense. So if you recall, the rental income was $1,525. We'll put that in there. And we need to calculate the rest of this. First, I like to start with the mortgage. That's the biggest bill we're going to have. $108,750. Right now, as I record this, you can get an interest rate on investment property about 3.5%. So if I plug in $108,750 at 3.5%, I'm going to be paying $488 a month. $488 a month. Okay. Maintenance, I usually ballpark $100 a month per unit or per door. This is a duplex, so I'm going to say $200 a month. Now this is just a budget. Hopefully I don't have to use this. I can revise this number once I get inside the property and do an inspection on the property and see if, is it going to need more work or less work. But assuming that it's livable, since people live there right now, and the condition is also a livable, safe condition for the tenants, this is a sort of safe back of the envelope number for maintenance. Now vacancy, I usually take 1 month of the total rent as vacancy. Why I like duplexes is rarely do you have both units vacant at the same time. And also what I like is once a unit becomes vacant, it gives me time to renovate that one unit to maybe increase the rents. And I could do the same when the other tenant decides to move out. But in this situation, I'm going to say it's probably not going to be vacant. These are probably long-term tenants who would want to stay. So my vacancy number, I'll just say it's 1525, and I'm going to divide that by 10. Typically, I divide it by 12, but I want to be a little bit conservative here and say, why don't I budget $150 for vacancy? Now, we can go back to the listing to determine what the property taxes are. The property taxes for 2020 were $848. This seems extremely low to me, but I don't know much about Perry, Georgia, so maybe this is average, maybe this is high. But taxes are always going to go up, especially when I buy and there's a new purchase price associated with this for me to be taxed against. So to be on the safe side, I'm just going to say taxes are going to be $100 a month. Insurance on these things are also roughly $100 a month. I bet you if I shop around, I could probably get it closer to $75 a month, but I want to be on the safe side and call it $100 a month. Great. And look at this. We just house fired a new Tesla. Our monthly cash flow, $487, pays for our new Tesla of $459. And what's great is, hey, $36,000 spent, the same as buying a new car, but instead we bought a house. Instead of giving that $36,000 to Tesla, we give that $36,000 to ourselves. We still own that $36,000. In 7 years, when that Tesla's paid off, we'll have a paid off Tesla and a house that's cash flowing for us. In 7 years, when that Tesla's paid off, we're still getting $487 a month in cash flow. Possibly more if we've raised rents or we've reduced expenses. But even if it's the same, it's a win-win. So why would you go out and buy a car? Makes no sense. Go buy a house that's going to pay for your car. That's the house fire way of buying a Tesla. But also consider we bought a $145,000 asset. House prices appreciate roughly about 3% a year. So in about 7 years, when that Tesla's paid off, we probably have a $155,000 house, if not higher, if not more. And so that $36,000 we put down has probably grown into about $46,000 in equity for us. So this is a win-win all around. We got a car that's paid off. We kept our $36,000. We didn't give it to another car company, and we grew that money. It invested by itself, and it's cash flowing since day one, and it's cash flowing even more come year 7 when the Tesla's paid off. So there you have it. That's how you buy a new Tesla or any new car with the concepts and the principles of house fire. You buy a income producing asset that's going to appreciate in value and kick off cash flow to cover every single bill in your life. Don't go buy a new Tesla and pay them the money in cash. Go buy yourself a house that pays you, and then that asset pays Tesla. If you want more information like this, it's all in my new book, F.I.R.E, Financial Independence and Retire Early, which you can find right now on Amazon. Please go buy it. If you've already bought it, leave me a kind review if you would. Also, please thumbs up this video if you liked it. Leave a comment and keep coming back for more videos to see how F.I.R.E can change your life and get you financially independent and retire early with speed and ease. I really think this is an approach that anyone should take to accelerating their financial freedom. Thanks for checking out the House of AC, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.